Come on out of your tea closets, everybody, and get out your Yixing, because we're going to drink some ripe Pu'erh today.
What is it? They call it the light.
Pu'erh's light, man.
Yunnan Sourcing.
Solid.
Right.
We may have heard of this guy before, Scott.
Scott. So, 2-year-old, the Yiwu Rooster.
Yep. So, 2017 was the year of the rooster, which might make that make a little more sense.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Denny and I have always been fans of the Scott over at Yunnan Sourcing, and he's always made some pretty good ripe tea. So
yeah. Check out his YouTube channel too.
Yeah, for sure. He has become a content creator.
Yeah. Everyone was copycatting us.
Yeah.
What? The original OGs. Yeah. No one drank tea before.
It's gonna be like The Ring. Denny's gonna come outside your YouTube channel and
give you a high five.
Yeah, probably.
And a smile.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Scott's got as anyone who's been to Scott's website, on Sourcing, so many teas to try, too many teas to drink, and so the best you can do is send those folks an email potentially, or surf the YouTube archive of TeaDB and see what you can find. We have done so many of his teas. He continues to send us great stuff to try and drink as well.
Yep.
This is a original now, correct? Meaning this was Scott's.
Right. This is under his own label. And it's a Yiwu tea, which is actually pretty rare for a ripe tea.
Yeah, interesting.
Both of us are fans of the raw versions of Yiwu teas. Mm-hmm. Kind of a unique smell coming off that, right?
Yeah, it smells
great.
A
little different than your typical ripe.
Plummy. Very plummy smell to it. Yeah, very cool. And to be clear, with tea processing, what Scott's bringing to the table with the pressing is picking the material to use, picking the balance of the material to use. If it's from multiple locations or tea farms or grades, and then transforming that into one tea that is packaged as one tea. And so, for folks out there who are wondering how that works, that's just the basic rundown. Scott's not out creating a tea farm in Austin, Texas.
I'm pretty sure he picked every leaf, actually.
Scott,
and then he fermented them individually. Yeah.
So he's going out to find good quality tea for everybody, and then from that processing it and packaging it up, pressing it up. Here we are drinking it.
Yep.
Here we go. This feels hot.
Yes, I think it is. You might want to.
I'm gonna give this a second.
Wait a hot second. Take a smell of that.
Yep.
I like to make eye contact with the camera.
You dog!
Wow. Pour it out.
That was spicy. How many people just got some gray hairs? Comment below.
Yeah. You're wasting tea.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We don't have 3 hours to sit here and drink everything.
It smells earthy in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little higher noted, maybe a little creamier too. It smells different. I would say than
it does.
Scott's average ripe and just ripe in general.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see if this is. Man, this feels really warm. Here we go. Cheers.
If you guys wonder why Denny does this high pour sometimes, it's to cool, for this precise reason.
Yeah.
To cool down the tea.
Yeah.
Anyways, please.
Velvety AF. Always love that about a ripe. This is no exception. Fruity. Really velvety. Love the mouthfeel.
Nice texture too.
Yeah. Super great texture. So physically speaking, without any of the taste, just the feeling of it is really wonderful.
Yeah. I would say that this Yiwu ripe kind of tastes a little more, I guess I would say, sort of like refined and elegant than maybe your typical factory style ripe, or even maybe some of Scott's other ripes, which I also enjoy a lot. But
very clean. Yeah. Very clean, high noted, plum fruit. Really nice. Can't get over the mouthfeel. Just the texture of this is
outstanding.
Really good. Yeah. And it's not fair to compare. It's not like I would expect this texture to be in every tea. Far from it. But one of my favorite parts of ripe is the sort of viscous, thick syrupiness of it. And this is a great example of it. So. All your classic flavors in there too.
Yeah.
A little hint of cherry. Woody, but not super spicy.
Right. It's not quite. I'd say put this a little bit more on the sort of lighter fermented in rather than the more heavy, like already like kind of like the Chateau, and so a little more of that sort of fitting into that sort of elegant, more refined category.
And for people out there who are wondering what are the flavor notes or elements that are pushing you to make that description, James? What would be something that is a little bit more
like the
fermented?
cherry note you noted, definitely sort of on the lighter end, but if it's just like thick, oily, heavy earth, I mean, stuff like traditionally stored tea definitely sort of fits more in that sort of like, I don't know, it's like almost like a fermented brawler thing.
Right.
It's like you get loose in the dungeon and you
God.
just gotta fight a giant monster. This tea will treat you nicely.
This tea has etiquette.
It does.
Style.
Yeah, it will kill you softly.
Excellent. Well, hey, that's a description. People are like, "What do you even talk about?" With tea? I'm like, "This tea has etiquette in class." What? Anyway, yeah. Well, it's tasty too. That's one reason why we're drinking it. I do agree. It's not as earthy. It doesn't taste as decomposed. It doesn't taste as fungal, sort of. You know, like you're eating a thing of wood chips, kind of.
Yeah.
So, in a good way, again.
Cheers.
And look, I love me a good wood chip bite, okay? Don't get me wrong. I was on the playground eating those wood chips like wood chips. But yeah, I mean, this is a softer... There's plenty of flavor going on. The viscosity and thickness of it is a great balance against, in juxtaposition to the softer notes that it has.
Yeah.
This is a very full attention tea. It's great. Nothing crazy going on though. I don't want to be like, whoa, there's something totally brand new and different.
Definitely a ripe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great classic, really tasty ripe.
This infusion, I'm getting a little bit more into the sort of like vanilla, creamy notes.
Yeah, totally.
The velvety texture still there. I'd say it's faded away a little bit. This brew in particular is a little thicker, and judging from that, and also judging from my brew time, I wanted to test the sort of how this tea would do under a stronger brew.
Right.
So we will see that very shortly.
And it's brewing out really clean still. No particulate or anything like that.
And we just gave this one rinse. I know some people out there give it 2 rinses, but I decide when I want to waste tea, so come at me, bro.
Really tasty still after finishing drinking too. I mean, there's still plenty of activity going on, just viscous and thick, and yeah, this is like a great example of a classic ripe. Really tasty. I agree with you that there's a little bit more. It's a little bit more refined. It's just not as like fuzzy around the edges. A little bit sharper. Overall, in a really good way. Yeah, really tasty. Good job, Scott.
Yeah.
I'd say also this probably would age well. It might get a little too soft potentially if there's nothing to cool off in this tea, being only 2 years old.
But it has a pretty full range of notes as far as the ripe goes, so it might have some room to evolve and change a little bit.
It could get a little bit more earthy and have that be a nice balance to the softness too, which would be
certainly
great.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure that at 2017, this is probably still pretty affordable. Ripes in general are going to be more affordable.
Right. We'd expect Yiwu ripes to be just a little bit more because the material it has to compete with the same material as raw. And it's pretty sought after raw material, but probably pretty reasonable. I mean, Scott's pricing is always pretty good, especially when you buy very young. So, cheers.
Yeah, absolutely. And this would be a tea to try drinking young. Some of those teas that we bring on that are young, we're like, wow, this is young and it needs time. This is one that you can drink now. I think it's going to taste delicious next year. It's going to really taste really good in 5 years too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, and one would hope that you don't lose too much of those soft notes, but only time will tell.
Absolutely.
If people want to check out Scott, Yunnan Sourcing, Yunnan-sourcing.com is the
No,
US
it's just
one?
Yunnan Sourcing. Although maybe we should buy Yunnan-sourcing.
Yeah.
And
blackmail
actually,
Scott.
don't do that.
Yeah.
I know Scott actually suffers through some copycat sites.
Oh, does he?
That do it.
Oh,
so we
okay,
probably
don't do
shouldn't talk
that.
about
Yeah,
that.
don't do that.
Yeah.
We're totally
Scott, buy
kidding.
that domain and redirect it to your domain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But check out Yunnan Sourcing. Google them. Don't go to the copycat crap. I imagine it would be hard to mistake the main website. There's like 9 million different entries of tea.
I think they just literally
copy
paste the 9 million entries of tea onto
That's BS.
I am not Russian.info or something like that.
Well, anyway, it'll be linked in the description, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Whatever. Google them. You guys know Yunnan Sourcing.
If you have to
You've been
pay
around
only
the
through
block.
Bitcoin, it's probably not Yunnan Sourcing.
Unless Scott's up in those times.
He might be, but he would not accept only Bitcoin.
Got it.
Yeah. I have a hard time seeing that world. Anyways, tangent.
If people want to learn more about teas in general, James.
Check us out at TeaDB.org. Hit subscribe if you want to see some more videos. This is 331. I don't even know if we said the episode number.
331.
Yeah. We'll robot bleep that out if it's wrong.
Right.
No, it won't. And we'll see you all next time. Cheers.
Peace.